I gotta say, you should do a YouTube channel where you just like do what you're doing right now. I would watch it.
What's he doing?
He's just looking confused and eating chips, and it's fucking awesome.
Well, we're live now. We're live, actually on the YouTubes. Back where it all began.
Hit that bell, like and subscribe.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Nate Deasy.
With the fish people.
With the fish people. And go ahead and smash that like button and also make some love to that subscribe button. Check us out on the YouTubes. Diggity.
Ring the bell for notifications, fuck nuts.
Yeah, we can swear on this channel.
Yeah, because we're not monetized by the tyrants at Google.
Man, when is it going on? Now I'm trying to get it over because nobody knows we're here.
Right.
So I'm trying to get us on. I'm trying to get what I just wrote over to Facebook land, and it is being Supreme Home Bag. It's like it doesn't want everybody to the funniest guy at work YouTube special. I am Nate, a friendly host who likes to hang out in the kitchen at parties. And this is the show every week where we talk about the news, pop culture, and whatever else is on our minds. And when I say we, I'm talking about my friends. Introducing first, he is the soul of Motown. The ladies call him Treetop Lover. And we're just happy to call him Dino. Dino, welcome back, my friend, as I'm trying to extend your intro while I wait for my thing to load. Hello, Dino.
Hello. It's good to be back. I haven't been on the show for what feels like an eternity.
It has. It's been a long time.
I was sick and then working a bunch and then in Florida and then working more. I think the order's messed up in what I just said. But yeah, it's been a while since I've been on the show.
It's great to be back. Well, great to have you. It's God's honest truth. And here's your song. And
yes.
Also on the big program tonight is our good friend. He is calling from his other sanctuary. He is none other than the Half-Blood Prince himself, Count Dabula, a.k.a. Giblet.
Good evening. Yeah.
Good evening, Skanks.
What up, Tater?
Hey, buddy, it's great to have you, as always. I love having everybody on the show.
There's nothing witty to add at all.
And I'm actually...
So sorry. Nate, are you there?
I am. I was typing to my mom, letting her know where we are, because she was like, what, no show? And you can still hear me, right?
I can, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's all I need. Like, oh, Nader, you've been stricken mute. So yes, I am. Very happy that we're here. We got Maggie. Is Maggie? Does she know if she's going to make it?
I hear that Maggie is going to be here soon.
Good. Yeah, she'll be here probably about the top of the hour. So yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. I mean, there's been so much going on. It feels like we haven't had a chance to talk about it. Now, my question is, have the New England Patriots been to the White House yet for winning the Super Bowl? Have they gone, or are they going?
I do not.
Because I think it would be hilarious if Donald Trump served them.
No, I don't believe so. No.
I think
yeah, because Tom Brady won't eat that. He is notoriously weird about stuff he eats. So he'd be like, I'm sorry, I can only eat freeze-dried kale and special lap water.
I just, world champion, NFL champion, the New England Patriots show up and there's more lukewarm hamburgers. Because I think deep down secretly, that's what Trump likes to serve.
Oh no, that's what he likes to eat.
Yeah,
that's
what
what
I
he
mean.
assumes everybody else likes to also eat.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't, like in his brain, there's just like a cartoon, and it just has a Burger King box in it.
Well,
like the old style clamshell box for a Whopper.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you look at his suit, it is not nice looking. He looks like wimpy.
I have a well-established on this program beef with powerful rich people having real shitty suits. Like, just get a good suit, my man. Like, if you're a billionaire like you say you are, just please go spend $1,000 on a suit that is cut to fit your tubby ass.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I don't know, if it were me, and I were rich, I'd want to look my best.
Like, your tie is almost 5 inches too long. Your shirt doesn't fit right. Your jacket is cut for a much different built person. Just go get a suit. Like, you don't even spend a lot of money. Just go to JCPenney. You can get one for $150.
If I were a billionaire, I'd definitely go naked everywhere. Who's gonna kick me out of anything?
No one.
You're gonna be Emperor's new clothes in it.
If they try, I'll just buy the business, man. No shirt, no shoes, no service. Oh, we'll see. We will see.
That's how it used to be. Yeah, exactly.
Corporation.
Back in the old days.
Name your company to My Dong Palace.
Hey, everybody, who wants to eat my dong?
You can't afford it. It's My Dong Palace now.
It is.
Call it by its name.
You sell penis-shaped objects
Exclusively. And no, I just wanted to make sure that my last post made it onto the World Wide Web.
Yeah, I'll look for it out here. I'll refresh the Facebook program.
Now keep in mind, it's only a link that you'd be seeing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
And let me know if you see it. I just want to make sure. I might just do the old person thing and post it twice. And, let's see here. We are. This is compelling. I'm glad there are no. Wait, hold on.
Nice. Just in case you missed it the first time, my phone's being weird.
Yep. Oh, let me post this thing about how nobody's talking about how today specifically marks the anniversary of the Vietnam War. Because it is neither the beginning nor end of the Vietnam War, yet nobody's talking about it.
Whoa.
I get that one a lot. Is that where people like my older people that I know, they'll just be like, well, today is the 43rd anniversary of the Vietnam War. Nobody's talking about it. Thanks, liberal media. And I'm like, the Vietnam War ended in like May and began in August. It is January. So
yeah. Well, it also began in like 1953. Like 3 days after the Korean armistice. Or the ceasefire in Korea. Like the Vietnam War started.
Yes. I know there's an episode of Happy Days where they talk about that, and it's like the Vietnam War is over, and Mr. Cunningham is like, or the Korean War is over, and he's like, no, our boys will never have to deal with anything like that again. And it's like, ouch, man, ouch, Gary Marshall, that's real fuck you, dude.
Nothing yet. I've seen nothing yet.
I just posted another one, so we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna be like Bravo and watch what happens. And so while we're getting things warmed up here, now I've mentioned this privately in our production chat, but it's one thing I love. It is my new favorite snack. When I come home from work, I call it the peanut butter Pop-Tart sandwich. It's where I take a fruit-based Pop-Tart.
Oh, yeah, I heard you did this. My God.
Oh, dude, it's fucking
delicious.
Wait,
so you take a strawberry Pop-Tart, put some peanut butter on that guy, and then put a strawberry Pop-Tart on the backside of the peanut butter.
Right. and then eat it like a sandwich.
That's like, dude, that's like the triple X hardcore fisting of snacking.
Yikes.
That's like, yeah, that's like the donkey show of fast food, man. Like it's.
I don't know if I can go as far as to say it's a donkey show of fast food. That's, I think, going a bit far, but I also would not eat that.
It's
Why?
I'll eat almost anything.
Why? Why wouldn't you eat it?
It's so much. It's like so much stuff that would make me shit forever.
What? It's just a
Mostly Pop-Tarts, because I do eat a lot of peanut butter. But like the older I get, the more my life is threading the needle between never poop and forever poop, and it would be one of those if I had a peanut butter Pop-Tart sandwich.
It is without question. First of all, it's like a very thin pastry. It's not like these are beignets that I'm making.
Well, sure.
And then you got your strawberry filling, your blueberry filling, your cherry filling. So that's your jam.
See, wait, I understand that. Like I get like peanut butter strawberry jam. A lot of people like it. I don't care for it, but I get where you're coming from.
But it's not like I'm not blowing any. I shouldn't be like.
If you make a blueberry Pop-Tart peanut butter sandwich, what happened? Blueberry. First of all, why'd you buy blueberry Pop-Tarts? That's question one.
Because I have children and they like them.
I'm all right with blueberry. I mean, definitely not my first flavor, but not.
Yeah, I'm not anti.
It's strawberry or brown sugar cinnamon or go home.
Sure,
Brown sugar
those
cinnamon.
are the two Pop-Tart flavors that are in our house.
I dare throw in one more, s'more.
I knew you were going to say s'more because again, my kids also love s'more.
No, I'm not a huge fan of s'more Pop-Tarts. I love the s'more in general. It's a good flavor, not Pop-Tart. There's something about the crust of a Pop-Tart dries out the s'more flavor. Because a Pop-Tart's a dry item. Like it's a dry chew.
Dry item.
See, Nate, I want to eat this. I absolutely want to eat this, but I can't imagine my teeth or my digestive system or my blood sugar allowing this to stand as a thing that my body would accept. And Nate, I have a very low standard for that kind of. I've eaten the Double Down. I've had some gas station food, man. I can go pretty low, but as much as I feel like Gandalf when he's offered the ring, like surely I would want joy is festive snack in front of me, but through me it would cause only disaster.
I got news for you. I got goddamn news for you, folks. It's the best goddamn thing you're ever gonna eat. And also, I'd like to point out that I do work an 8-hour day where I literally stand on my feet with the exclusion of my cumulative hour of break. In which case, when I'm standing, I'm also throwing lots and lots of, I'm very physical job. So when I get home, I'm like 13-year-old ravenously hungry. I'm like so outrageously hungry. So I'm consuming my entire day's worth of calories. From hours of I only eat from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. I don't eat any food after that or before.
You don't need to work at all?
No. Too many spells.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
It gets caught in your nose. And so I tried to share the video, and Facebook is literally not letting me publish it. It just keeps saying something's going wrong. Luckily, I private messaged my mom and said we were on YouTube, and so she's here. She says, "Found yous guys." Literally
News guys. Well, once we wrap the show, we can always share it around tomorrow. Too.
Yes. Oh man, you can pause chat. Man, it was nice. Actually, we might have to go to this permanently with the webcam because the chat is nicely on the side as opposed to like on the screen. It's much easier to read.
Nader, do me a favor and send me the link in a messenger, and I'll join too.
Okay.
And because I can, I'm on my MacBook, so I can run Chrome and Skype.
I just I forgot I blocked you today.
Yeah, I unfortunately am on my work computer, so I cannot.
And
was it all the Jew stuff that I said earlier, Nate?
yes, yep, that was the one. That was the clencher.
I knew I went too far.
And like I said, Maggie will be here. She'll be joining us via Skype, so she doesn't need to worry about us on the YouTubes. But I'll tell you, you know what? If we could do the webcams, and we could actually get people, if I could get people back on here like the old days, Dudesy Pluto thing, I'd come back. Look so clean and sharp, so professional. Hi there. Hi, Internet. My mom just said she likes this format. She's also been watching.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope this crappy hotel Wi-Fi works out and I can see it eventually.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I'll join.
It's tricky. It's fun to rock. It's tricky. But yeah, coming back earlier, just like I think like now he's like using any excuse to have hamburgers.
He just wants hamburgers, which is fine. I just wanted to admit that, out loud.
I just want him to say, you know what? I love a well done steak as much as the next guy, but for my money, McDonald's hamburgers are where it's at. And
yeah, I just want to eat lukewarm hamburgers.
Yeah, I want to eat purchased much earlier, kept under heat lamp hamburgers. And
but I want them served to me on 200-year-old silver platters. For real.
God, yes, that's that's the way it should be.
Nate, the link you sent me was to the live dashboard.
Well, that's weird.
Which is where I need to go if I wanted to stream, but I want to see yours.
All right, hold on. Let's see if this works. Because I just sent the one I sent my mom. All right, hold on. There's this share button here. I wonder if this will work. Oh, and it's under Facebook too. Let's see if I can access it this way. Folks, we're dealing with new technology here. Deal with it. Folks, I mean mom.
Don't brawl this later. We'll clean it up in post.
No, we won't. No.
I think this might be on Facebook's end because it does seem like Facebook is still acting kind of weird. It keeps telling me the last notification is new and it's not. I've looked at it. It is. I've taken to my latest harassment campaign of enemy of the show, Justin Bustin Smelzinger, is when he starts arguing with people in the posts of a story or something, I'll encourage him. He was arguing with somebody about something going on in New Jersey, and I was like, "Way to go, Justin! You got her." That's it.
Always, just right to an abrupt end to his point. She has. I hope she can survive that tongue lashing.
Maybe I'll start being his hype man and be like, "Oh, what you gonna do about Justin's son?"
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, just record a video of yourself. I'm just going, "Oh snap!" And then just upload that under all of his comments.
Oh, heart's so good, babe. Constant, irrational hype man.
Yeah, it's just giving me the dashboard again.
Now, see, I literally said share on Facebook.
Oh, wait. No, I clicked
share
on
Facebook.
Oh, wait. No, I
share on. Oh, God.
Well, we fell into a time tunnel.
I just had to mute the video that I just joined.
Oh, good. Good. You're there. And now you can watch me as I stare and try to figure out how to get this onto our own page. Is do the parrot eyeglass move here. How do I talk to Jimmy?
Hey,
Which,
this is almost-
Harvey, what are we doing here, Harv?
which one's David?
This is a shorter delay than Facebook too. You're almost in sync there with you're talking.
Yeah, look at this. Sorry, this feature isn't available right now. An error occurred while processing this request. Please try again later. You know what, Facebook? Last straw.
Eat a whole bag of butts.
Yeah. How about you eat my butt? Like my son invited my other son to do at a family dinner. Hey, that's our girl Megs.
Hello, gentlemen.
Megs, we're on YouTube tonight instead of Facebook.
Yes.
YouTube.
YouTube's. Mamma mia, it's a YouTube. Wait, I'm not going to YouTube. I need to queue up my video voice recorder. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from her home in San Bernardino, California, it is the lovely and talented Miss Maggie Malone. Love it. Still love it.
I miss it. It used to be my song. Then all of a sudden, Maggie and Nate's like, Eddie, I'm gonna give her your song.
Interloper.
And I was like,
Gone are the days of Eddie Hellcat Gibbs.
Ed, I'm gonna give you your song, and you were like, oh yeah, and because that was during Ed's Macho Man phase.
Yeah, I'm glad we have Macho Man on the sound drop board now.
I've had it. I've just never really had a reason to use it. No, I'm just kidding. I forgot about it. Like there are many times where I would have gladly used a Macho Man.
I was just gonna say, when is it not an appropriate time?
Funerals mostly. They get.
We were talking about hamburgers, and it was making me hungry. So I'm glad you showed up to distract us.
I said to have the Patriots been out for their hamburger luncheon to the White House.
Oh
And,
no!
Here's my thing. He has the gall to serve fries.
Just like old fries.
Fries have a shelf life of once they cross the counter at McDonald's, 29 seconds. Because
They're fragile.
they cool off and then become hard and inedible. That's why you find them under the car in pristine, under the seat of your car in pristine condition. They just fossilize. They're not meant to be. They're meant to be wolfed down. Wolfed down, not wolfed down. Well, you know,
Down. If you're from Indiana,
a wolf would eat them quite quickly, given the opportunity. If you threw some fries at a wolf, he would be like, "Oh man."
You'd be like, wait a minute, this isn't a caribou.
He'd be like, "Oh, these are gross and hard. I hate these. How dare you feed me cold fries?"
Well, fuck, I'm a carnivore, right?
Hey, my dogs eat people's food all the time. You know what I would never do is feed a dog a salad, because I bet that would be some rank farts. Their body isn't made to eat a salad. That ain't for them.
There's and mine.
Yeah, I know. I have my best naps after I eat a Subway sub, because that's when I pile on all of the vegetables they have, minus tomato and onion.
You guys ever have the gargantuan from Jimmy John's, aka the Garg?
The garg.
Yes.
I have not. I'm too picky to go to Jimmy John's.
You know how I feel about Jimmy John.
Oh.
And
They're so forceful about Jimmy John, she bailed out of the Skype chat. It's like, oh, you talking about Jimmy John's? Well, fuck you, three morons. Ka-chunk.
Click. I hope she comes back, because my
And
kid.
another thing about Jimmy John's, I had to come back to give you guys what for about this sandwich.
Yes.
It's not very good.
I
stupid name for a sandwich.
No, well, yes, also that.
I'll agree.
It's just so disappointing. It's like the saddest sandwich. Ugh.
Even I agree, except for the guard.
Preach, girl.
Guard,
Preach. Mm.
yeah, it's basically it's a pretty basic sandwich, but it contains pretty much every meat they have in the back. They're just like throw fucking everything on it, and don't worry about veggies or any of that shit. It's like a fist of sandwich that you put in your mouth.
No. No. I am so anti Jimmy John's.
Thank you.
Thank you. I am so anti Jimmy John's.
When I come to visit you for your birthday, I'm gonna feed you a guard.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Jimmy John's. It is better than Subway, and the inside of the Jimmy John's store doesn't smell like bread and a sock like every Subway ever does.
I'm gonna have to agree here. Yes.
Yeah, it just smells like oil and onions when you go to a Jimmy John's.
Yeah, and those are better smells than old bread and a sock.
No,
Agreed.
no, not if you despise onions.
And also, it's all like everything in a Subway is kind of wet. Like everything in a Subway is a little wet.
And I'm not.
No one knows why.
I'm not unconvinced that Subway doesn't actually get that smell from baking their bread, but they just have a can, like an aerosol can, that's like bread, and they spray it every morning.
No,
before they open.
my own
The delicious Wonder Bread that is Jimmy John's bread.
yeah, my own sainted mother says that Jimmy John's sucks, and they're also spendy.
And I don't need the free smells. I can get free smells from lots of things.
Yeah, free smells. Also, that's not a. Lots of places
No,
have free
Jimmy
smells.
John's is $5.99 for an 8-inch sub.
Yeah, a shitty 8-inch sub, dude. That
So
meat
thin.
is so thin. Jesus.
I disagree, but
It's
I'm
not the greatest, but I'll take it over Subway any day of the week.
See this? This is me dancing 2 thumbs down.
Now, Jersey Mike's, that's a sub.
Which?
Jersey Mike's. You know
Is
what?
that a Michigan thing?
I like
It's an East Coast thing. It's just now moved into Michigan, but it's
Yeah.
very good.
yeah, Juicy Mike's. That is good shit.
Actually, I found that they were rather pedestrian. They have like
Cool.
really just no toppings. Lettuce, mayo.
Yeah, vinegar and oil. That's
Maybe
what goes on
they're,
every
like, sub
sandwich.
We're sub sandwich soulmates. We need to have
Yeah.
condiments.
Yeah, I wanna have loads of veg on my sub, except for tomatoes and onions. Those can go straight to the devil where they belong. But
Hey, can you guys load up on the wet bread sock smell on my sandwich for me, please? Just want it to smell like wet socks and bread.
I understand that your
I don't want the
sandwiches
whole thing to taste like that. too.
was really great. Is that they're so fast because they're so mediocre. Thank you, Jimmy John's.
Yeah, your mom's like,
If I wanted a sandwich that underwhelming, I would just ask my 10-year-old to make it.
Yeah, exactly. I would actually cut out a picture of a sandwich from a magazine and eat it.
Well, what I really like is every Subway sandwich tastes literally the same.
Incorrect.
If I blindfolded you and put 4 different Subway sandwiches in front of you, you could not tell the difference. They were all
Incorrect.
tasted
Don't argue with
Subway.
that.
Dude, I got 2 words for you. Meatball marinara. I would not take a
Okay,
bite of
maybe
meatball
think that.
marinara and go, is this
I do
oven
like
roasted
meatball.
chicken?
I do like me a meatball marinara. Put that shit on some flatbread.
Dude, I had a Subway sub, which I get the same way every time that I go, but this time I got it with the garlic cheese bread, and I swear I saw an angel. It was so beautiful. That's how I knew they were real.
If y'all come out here, we will go get Ganella's, which is the whole place here. There's only 2 of them, and they're the best sandwiches you will ever.
Now, it's the best sandwich you'll ever eat. I don't know what they put in them.
Change your mind about Subway, because once you have a Ganella sub, Subway is a mouth and you cured meat and cheese.
Well, I mean, that's not even fair, because I could just as easily say, like, Subway can suck it because I'm going to eat me Togos until the cows come home.
Togo.
Oh, Ganella's makes Togos seem kind of bad, and I
Kind
love
of
Togos.
bad. That's that's a like what I mean. That means that's a stern fight because you're like, I like this a little bit more. That's compelling. That is worth trying. But whenever I get a sub, I get it the same way every time. Peanut butter and jelly.
If I saw a person eating a foot-long peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I would do that thing where you're trying to slowly back away from them without letting them know you see them.
I would just love the gall on that person because they left their house and they were like, how can I spend a lot on a sandwich meant for an 8-year-old? What?
Yeah.
To do?
How can I make people think I'm a murderer?
Like you're at. All right, guys. You're at like Johnny Carino's, and you're just looking over the menu, and you're just like, huh. And the server comes over. Have you made a decision? I'm sorry. Edis goes anywhere on here? Is it somewhere in the back by the desserts? Where's the guy get a nice bowl full of SpaghettiOs at this Italian restaurant?
So while we were in Disney World, I saw this happen a lot where we would be eating food and somebody would order off the children's menu at an adjacent table or at the counter or whatever. They would give a kid a peanut butter and jelly Uncrustables sandwich and a juice box and some apples for like the inflated Disney prices. And I'm like, why don't you just bring that shit in?
Yeah.
Why are you paying $11 for Uncrustables?
I'll tell you why. Because sometimes you don't have the forethought. You need that kid to shut the fuck up.
That's also true. That is also like sometimes you're just like, oh, I'm sure we'll be fine because we're gonna go have that awesome dinner later.
Disney priced food. You're gonna eat the lobster roll.
Gonna eat the lobster.
Turd.
Could you imagine going to an Italian restaurant and ordering just pasta without sauce?
Good buttered
I do
noodles.
that all the time.
You broaden your food horizons, 5-year-old child of mine. That's
Maggie
it.
just said that's what
Spaghetti
she
al
orders.
dente, no sauce.
Not even al dente. I want it overcooked because I'm from the Midwest.
I want it chewy as fuck. I want
I want it
chewy
to just be
boiled
limp
noodles.
and gross.
I will add a pinch of salt to taste.
Ooh, pinch of salt. Hey, hold on there,
Whoa,
Wolfgang
whoa,
Puck.
whoa, calm down, Emerald. I just want a bowl of I want a bowl of noodles that are overcooked that my grandma runs cold water over and really fucks them up.
Yeah.
And then that's all I want.
If you could put a schlorp of butter on it, just a.
Yeah, just like 3 tablespoons of butter, so the bottom's just swimming.
That way it's easier for me to suck it straight into my body rather than
I don't even
chewing
need it. Just slurp. It just glides. Glides down.
Yeah,
mouth and nose.
Yeah.
gross.
That is wrong.
Oh man, that's nasty.
Oh, Ed.
And now you've done it. And I thought I told you to be good this show.
Who's that? I'm Giblet.
Now, Dino, you said you were in the Disney World.
Yeah.
For the last week. You got home just a couple days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we got him home Friday night.
Friday night. Okay.
Yep.
So now, when you were at the Disney World,
The wonderful world of Disney.
the wonderful world of Disney, did they have like big fences up where you could peek your head in and look at the construction of the new Star Wars land?
You can see the top of the Star Wars stuff. You can't see anything below. There's a 20-foot fence.
20
So-
foot. I knew there'd be a fence, but oh man, I was hoping for some sweet, like, oh man, I saw a thing and there was like a guy was already walking around dressed like an Ewok. You know?
Nope, not as yet.
So he was already walking around just like an Ewok, and you're like, oh, excuse me, sir. And he's like, I don't work here. And
I'm just a fan.
No, actually, adults can't dress as characters.
Only
Yeah,
at
they
the
will not
Halloween
let you.
Party.
Oh yes, only at the Halloween. But on day-to-day stuff, they're not allowed to do it because they don't want to confuse children and put them in compromising positions. How sad
Disney
is
thinks
that?
of everything.
How sad is that?
Except serving booze at the Magic Kingdom.
I know, right?
Hey, it
You know,
sounds so
at-
magic to me.
At the new Star Wars land at Disneyland, the original Disney theme park,
Yes, Disney lot. Yes.
they will be serving alcohol in Disneyland Park, which is essentially the Magic Kingdom, only at the Mos Eisley Tavern
Oh.
in the new Star Wars land.
My-
Okay, yeah, because the one in Disney World in Florida is the Planet Two, so it's a whole new thing.
Oh,
New
the
thing.
planet Batu.
Yeah, TTUU Batu.
Mm.
Bless you.
Mhm, right. And they will actually
Uh,
serve
oh,
Boku.
okay. My wife just corrected me. It's BATU.
Okay. I'm not going to spell it very often. Everyone's going to call it Star Wars Land, and we all know it. Like, no, guys, it's Baku. They serve Boku there. That drink Richard Lewis used to sell.
That's what it's going to be.
I'm very excited for it though.
Yeah, I am too. In 3 years, when we can get on anything.
Right.
Right.
I'm gonna get in line now, and in 3 years, I'll get to use my fast pass, and and then I'll go. Yeah, I'm just gonna spend all my time in Toy Story Land because everybody will forget
It was
about it.
it was dope.
Everybody will
Toy Story
forget
Land
about
was
it
really cool.
when Star Wars opens. It'll be like, yes. And I'll go watch Mickey's PhilharMagic 55 times, and
Aww.
that's my favorite. One of my favorite attractions is Mickey's PhilharMagic. Every time, I love it. But yeah, what were we gonna say?
I was just gonna say one of these days I'm gonna get there.
No,
I really want to go.
Florida.
Florida's really far away.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true for all of us.
But you guys can drive. If I drove to Florida, it would take me literally like a week of just driving.
Nah, you can do it in 3 days.
Yeah.
3 long days, but 3 days.
With my children,
Oh
why
yeah.
would I do
Okay, well.
Here's what you do: you can buy yourself a box of Benadryl,
that?
and each of the kiddies takes 3 every morning. You will have no issues.
And make sure you're
This is
playing.
spoken like a man with no children.
Make
Yeah.
sure you're playing the National Lampoon song the entire time.
Yeah. Yep. Holiday Road by Lindsey Buckingham the entire trip.
Just one CD on loop.
Until you all kill each other.
That's beautiful.
I also don't have kids.
You know what you gotta do if you have the little ones. Is you invest in one of those DVD players that go in the back. Just let them watch movies. Kids love the movies.
Yeah, and then you just put like horse blinders on them so they don't get tempted to pick on each other.
Right. So
That'll totally work.
hey, you know what? If I had a child, you know what I do is I tell them to knock it off.
Groundbreaking.
My God, no parent ever thought of that.
That is literally how all that shit works. Like, man, if ever you want to just throw a wet sponge at somebody, they're just like, when I have kids, here's what I'm gonna do. Like, not yell at them. Yeah, right.
Just 3 Benadryl every morning.
Actually, my kids do not get drowsy on Benadryl, as we found out when we tried to dope up our children when we drove up to Marquette when they were young. Yeah. Either that or they just fought through it like fucking Marines. They were just like, no, we have to be awake the whole time to ask them for their yet at every 15 minutes. We didn't even need to look at the mile marker. What happened there?
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, so we got some technical difficulties, probably because of Facebook.
Let's blame it on Zuck.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg. He's a human. He's a stale ham sandwich of a person.
Yeah, they were just like, no, fuck this. I'm awake.
Yeah, they're just like, I'm doing it. We're making it through, man. Don't you quit on me. It's the only time they got along, keeping each other awake to make sure my trip is missable. So
my parents used to give us Dramamine, and we did get sick in the car. So, I mean, it was kind of, purposeful. But the bonus was it would knock us out.
Right.
My sister realized eventually that they were trying to knock us out. We were like 13 and 14. We probably wouldn't have gotten car sick anymore, but they were still drugging us regularly. They're like, we really don't want you to get sick. We're just going to Econo, but you should probably take this drip.
Econos. I tell you, I always get irritated when I get the Econo this week's sale image on my Facebook and I don't read that it's from them. Then I'm like, oh man, that's a great deal on pork chops. Honey, we should have pork chops this week. They're on sale at man. We ain't have no pork chops.
Oh, man, son of.
I ain't driving all the way there for pork chops. Sarah would be mad. Where have you been all day? There's a sale on pork chops at Econo. Sarah was just like, you spent $20 on soda. I was like, it was 10 for 10. 11 was free. So I got
22 bottles of soda.
22 bottles of soda. I'm almost to my dream of having the Dr. Dre fridge of 2 liters. Where he opens it up, it's all 40s. Read a book, kids. It is a dream of mine. Now, there were some other things I wanted to talk about in the news. What was it?
News.
Since
we're on YouTube now, I feel like we should either be like playing a video game or doing the floss dance in an inappropriate place.
Yeah, I know.
I think that Ed is probably playing a video game and Nate is probably doing the floss dance. So I think we're covered.
I did it last night at my wife.
Hey, I'm Logan Paul. I'm right outside of Dachau, and I'm going to do the floss dance.
Logan Paul. My kid's like,
yeah,
my oldest son likes the
YouTube. That guy sucks.
My oldest son likes the PewDiePie. I'm like, that guy's a racist.
That guy also sucks.
But yeah, I'll make us more like a typical YouTube video. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the latest issue of Let's Play Minecraft. I, of course, am nice-sounding British guy. And today we're going to go and we're going to do some games. It's going to be fun. After that, we're going to play PUBG, where I'm going to swear a lot because I keep dying. I have a soothing British voice, though, so your parents don't know I'm terrible. Let's go to the video. Fuck! Oh, man! Why do they keep sniping me? Actually,
so, basically, like, January 21st, 2021, then, like, you see him do, like, the orange jumpsuit perp walk, which would be hilarious to me.
See what I like about that scenario.
But Paul Manafort only got 47 months in prison for what should have been 23 years.
Yes, well, they said that because prison would not be good for him. that was the
because the judge said that seems excessive.
Right? Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, it's a little too
for
much.
Your otherwise blameless life, which no, just come on, man.
And then,
like, if I did, like, I live a fairly blameless life, and if I defrauded the United States out of $25 million or whatever it was, like, the IRS would just murder them.
They would just straight up show up and murder. Oh no, they just send you to jail like Wesley Snipes. You could. Is Wesley Snipes still in jail? Somebody find that out. Go look that up. I'm talking to my producer.
Yeah. I'm going to say yes.
Because,
Sure. I'm just going to say yes.
Yeah,
I mean, but we would have had Blade 4 by now.
they're not famous, so I would just let he got 60 months. Because wasn't he in Expendables 3?
Was he in Expendables 3?
Oh, yeah.
I gotta look it up.
You got to send a message to JD individually. Just give him
I
the link.
know. I know. Because Lord knows I can't post that we're here on YouTube.
And then once he gets here, tell him, look this shit up for us.
Wesley Snipes.
Hey, JT, figure out how this works for us, huh, bud?
Here's the link. Come check us out, and then help us.
In 2008, and he was in the. Oh yeah, no, I don't think he's in jail anymore. Okay.
Yeah. All right. He's out there now.
Yep, he's out there.
Hopefully paying his taxes now.
Hey, you know, Will Smith also didn't pay his taxes.
All right.
That's why he took a little show called Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, and also, that was the other thing. How about that fucking rapping friend like me? What the heck?
What? What is this now?
Will Smith raps a friend like me rap in the new Aladdin movie.
Oh, cool.
Okay, what about the new Aladdin movie? Sorry, I was getting more alcohol.
Will Smith raps a friend like me song in the new movie. Raps.
I think this movie's a joke. Not like no, this fucking guy's a joke. I literally think this is a prank.
But released April 1st.
It can't be real, right? I saw the trailer. It can't be real. It's not. It's a prank.
Like when I heard that they were redoing Aladdin, I was already like, guards up. I was already like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, and it's going to be live action. I'm like, what are you doing? And then they're like, and Will Smith is going to be the genie. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then I saw the preview, and I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm moving off the grid. Is Ted Kaczynski's shack available? I need to.
Yeah, it's a prank.
Cut me off.
I'm sticking by that. Even if it comes out and it makes $1 billion, it was a prank the whole time.
Now, however, the new Lion King looks awesome.
That does look kind of cool.
I don't think it looks that good.
I think that and the Jungle Book, the live action Jungle Book, I thought were fun. But that's it. Like I wasn't all gaga over a Beauty and the Beast. I was like, why?
Beauty and the Beast didn't need to be like Beauty and the Beast was a shot-for-shot remake.
Yes.
You're not adding anything new to it. You just put Emma Watson in it.
Now, I would have liked it if they would have done a big screen adaptation of the musical Beauty and the Beast.
Sure. Or like the Broadway Lion King or Broadway Aladdin. That would be a little bit.
Those would all be different and acceptable and neat. Speaking of Broadway, Dino, did you hear? I posted this in the pre-prod today. Hugh Jackman is in a Broadway revival of The Music Man.
Yeah, dude, I'm stoked about that. The Music Man rules. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite musicals.
I love it so much. It is. I'm so happy to hear that news. I was like, well, I guess someone here is buying the cast recording, and he lives in my mirror.
Yep.
Because it's gonna. I literally today when I was taking my shower, I listened to the Music Man soundtrack. Well, Shaboom.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman is Dr. Harold Hill. I'm all the way in.
Yes. Yeah. I am so excited for that. I think that's going to be huge. And that is what's going to be great about that is that next year at the Tonys they'll perform it, and I'll get to see it because I live in Michigan. So that'll be pretty great. For those who don't know, the Tonys air in June on CBS.
Now I wonder who's going to play Marion the Librarian.
I know. You know who they should get is what is her name? From the Princess Diaries.
Anne Hathaway.
Yes.
Yeah, Hathaway.
Yeah. Bookish. You know, pretty but not too pretty.
I was gonna say Amy Adams because she can sing too.
Well, Amy Adams
And
would
I
be
like
good.
her.
She's got a princess look to her, though.
It's
You
true.
know, she's not.
So did Shirley. So did what's her name? Shirley Jones. Yeah.
Shirley Jones,
Yeah.
eh? Nah.
Shirley Jones saying,
I would love to.
"Take him away, toys."
I would love to watch a Edward G. Robinson Hollywood wrap-up show.
Oh.
I would just.
It would like tangentially related. I would watch Chief Wiggum do a Hollywood show.
Oh yes,
too.
yeah, exactly. That's.
Yeah.
What I liked about when Hank Azaria was asked about his, the voices that he does and everything, he was like, "I just really stink at impressions."
Yeah, and a bad impression makes a great cartoon voice most of the time.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's where most of them come from. Like when the head of the Itchy and Scratchy Studios was like, when he read down the list of how the Hanna-Barbera characters were actually their famous counterparts, and I love it. I would talk about that ad nauseum. But
Ed Nuptium. Hello.
ad nauseum, yeah. I don't watch Hanna-Barbera cartoons. I play Overwatch. I'm Ed. I've been working on my Ed.
Scarily accurate.
Maggie, are you back for reals?
I see the mute icon.
I'm back for real.
All right. So you were off. But I want to get your opinion. Hugh Jackman in The Music Man.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
I honestly, I know it's coming to Broadway and that's great and all, but I think with the amount of money that The Greatest Showman made, I would love to see a string of musicals back on the big screen. I would like, Mary Poppins also did well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
They're remaking all of those Disney movies, although I'm not sure how many of them will actually be musicals. Like The Lion King, I don't think will be a musical. They're redoing 3 of them this year, including the terrible Blueface Will Smith.
yes. Okay, you must have disappeared right as we began talking about that. Yeah, we no one's here is excited about that. He raps A Friend Like Me. The whole thing about that, it was where it had that Cab Calloway feel. But I mean, on the other hand, it's like you could also come back and be like, Nate, who could possibly do Friend Like Me right now? As good as Robin Williams did. Who would you put in that spot? But it's I don't know. I would actually rather see a Ricky Gervais genie than a Will Smith genie. I would personally.
Yeah, it's pretty disturbing.
Actually, I think that would be a lot of fun. A Ricky Gervais genie, just for the outtakes, the stuff they could not possibly use in a Disney film.
I think the time is nigh for a reboot of Weekend at Bernie's. That is they say that there's only 6 stories ever told, and Weekend at Bernie's 3 of them.
Weekend at Bernie's is Man versus Death.
There you
And it's also Man versus Man, and it's also the 6-story archetype. Hold up your dead boss.
Yes. Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. So we are due, making some Silicon Valley asshole who's like the Bernie,
Yeah.
2 up-and-coming
His
coders.
name will be Milan Usk.
There you go.
Oh,
Ricky Gervais can play him. There you go, Nate.
it would be Mike Zorkerberg.
Yeah.
And then, fucking, a couple of kids.
Oh, that was it. The Tim Applegaff. Holy wow. Did you guys see
Oh
that?
yeah, that's and he couldn't just admit I just I meant to say Tim Cook of Apple, and I messed up. Ha ha ha. Happens to everyone. Happens to everyone, right? Boy, is my face red. Wink emoticon. That's all he would have had to do.
Yeah.
And everybody would have been like, "Yeah, dude. Everybody misspeaks once in a while. It's not a big thing, bro."
Yep.
Then he was like, "I meant to say Tim Apple because I'm awesome."
I was shortening. I was shortening the making my
I
words
can't wait
quicker
to
and
spend all the
faster.
time I used on Abreve to play Lego.
I mean, I love Abraves as much as the next guy, but it was it was a delicious trap though, because he constantly talks about how much he hates the media, and he constantly is going on the media, and then the media was like, he called him Tim Apple, and he's like, the media is mean. By the way, I will call for the media to be the reporters to be attacked right where we stand. But they're mean. Just
Yeah, they're mean people, and they're unfair and biased because they talk about all the stupid shit I say and do
all the time. But let's see. It's crazy. It's crazy how I had all these great ideas that I want to bring up, and now I have to go back to writing things
meanwhile,
down.
you got his army of defenders like going on and on about how like it's no big deal that Idaho and Florida and Arkansas in the past 3 months have passed a string of bills protecting child marriage.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, no, if some old pervert 50-year-old wants to marry a 14-year-old girl, if her parents say yes, that's just fine with everybody because that's tradition.
That's
So
true.
also, this is me saying this. I don't know that the show feels this way, but Dino certainly does. If you date anyone less than half your age, you're a creep.
Half my age. Which
Like,
age?
Oh yeah. Well, that's super young, man. That's
yeah, you're a creep. Like I'm 38. If I date anyone under 30, I'm a creep. That's my standard for me.
Wait, half your age though. Half your age, they'd have to be 21.
It's like half your age plus 7. If it was good enough for Aristotle, it's good enough for us.
But Elvis married Priscilla.
Creep. Elvis was a creep. Just because you're a creep doesn't mean you don't make good music, but you're a creep.
Right, R. Kelly?
Creep.
Relevant.
Creep and sex monster.
That's creep and sex monster. That's what we call a twofer. Yeah, because one is like, there's so many that they're not exclusive. Like,
Yeah, no, you can be both. You can be, if you're a sex monster, it's like a square and a rectangle. If you're a sex monster, you're also a creep.
yes,
But not every creep is a sex monster.
that we know. Like it.
Entirely different kind of sex monster.
Now here's I want to talk about this also. I'm going to talk about it because I was irritated. This week's Family Guy stunk. It was so bad.
Really?
Well, first of all, the whole premise was that it turned out that Quagmire had a daughter.
Oh yeah, I have not seen this one yet.
Well,
But go on.
you have seen it when Brian had a son.
Oh really? It's the same plot.
It was the same plot. They even did the part where they're at the Drunken Clam and the guys made jokes, and then Quagmire pulls them aside and says how those jokes aren't appropriate. And it was like, I'm like, man,
Did they do it on purpose, like that episode?
Hey,
To make fun of the episode of Three's Company where they find the puppies and then a year later they find the kittens?
I like, maybe there was supposed to be more meta, but it was just so weirdly rushed. Like, it was a 21-minute episode, and it felt like 10 minutes. Like, there was nothing really resolved at the end of it. It was just turns out this was Earth the whole time type episode of Family Guy. Like, the best joke that I liked was when Peter listed all of the people that Meg could take instead of him camping, because like Quagmire and his daughter and Peter and Meg go camping, and so Peter's like, hey, instead of me, maybe you could take and he starts listing all the cast characters, like all the B characters, and then he's like, or maybe it's just Star Wars characters, or maybe the cast from American Dad, or maybe some people from the Cleveland Show, or maybe the Orville, just the ship, not the people. And so then he looks outside, and all of those characters are there, including a drawing of the Orville. And he's like, everybody's here, including ghost characters. And so Carrie Fisher's character, where Peter's old boss and Adam West appear, and they just keep silently nodding, like the blue Jedis. And then Mort's wife shows up, and Adam West stiff-armed her out of the scene because her character died, but she's the voice actor is still alive, so it's like she's not really dead. I just really enjoyed him just stiff-arming her out of the way, and the silent nodding made me laugh out loud. Yeah, I was just like, man, this week the transgender episode was really a nice poignant episode, which brought me back to a meme that I had seen where they were like, this is the generation that was raised on South Park and Family Guy, and I can't believe you all get offended at everything. And I was like, what idiot wrote this? Because the characters who are the ones who are the most offensive are always the ones who are an idiot and wrong.
Right.
Like it was like in An Evening with Kevin Smith, he does a Q&A. And in that Q&A, a person came up and they were like, you claim to be, pro-gay rights, but, Chasing Amy has a lot of horrible gay jokes in it. And he's like, this isn't the first time I feel this question. And he's like, but the thing you have to remember is the person making all the gay jokes is Banky, who's a terrible, ignorant person.
Right.
He's exposing their terrible ignorance.
There's a difference between, I think, doing edgy humor for the sake of doing it, and then doing it and being the butt of the joke because you're being an edgelord asshole.
Yeah. I mean, like Eric Cartman, Peter Griffin, Brian, I mean, like all of the characters who are traditionally horrible on those shows are the ones who are learning the lessons of that's not how you're supposed to be. But what I don't like, that meme made me think of like all these people who watch Family Guy and they're just like, Peter's got it right.
Right.
And this guy gets it. This guy, it's like, he was also literally said he is actually mentally incompetent in the show. It's canon. He is a moron. So it just really kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. That it was like, from a pop culture standpoint, how does this meme get shared? How can you say this? This doesn't even make any sense to me.
What kills me about that whole thing is it's just like, instead of being like, well, people got different senses of humor, and like what I find funny, other people might not find funny. Whatever. Who gives? It's just like, no, all these people who don't find everything I find funny are pussies and should be killed. Because that's like the underlying implication of it. Like, all these fucking snowflakes out here who can't handle my edgy awesomeness.
Oh, that was the other thing. That's the thing I remember now. That was the big one, is that there is a new app coming out that is a app of restaurants and places that people who are fans of President Trump can go without being harassed.
And it's just Denny's. It's just the Denny's app.
It's just the Denny's app.
What is that app called?
I didn't.
Denny's.
I didn't actually. I didn't read the article because I literally laughed out loud because I thought it was an Onion article until I scrolled down, because I was like, I don't usually do this, but I got to see these comments.
What a time to be alive.
Like, here's what nearly everybody does when they see some dope in a MAGA hat, is you look at them and you go, and you roll your eyes.
Yeah,
It's not, no one's being like, boo, get out of here, boo. Everyone just goes, well, I'm not taking this idiot seriously, eye roll, and
Yeah.
that's it.
I'd be like, well, what a stupid hat. Your hat's stupid, and so is your face. No, I read it, and then it was great because there were so many people who were like, so what you're telling me is they're looking for a safe space.
Right.
What precious snowflakes.
What kills me is like hardcore conservatives who say some seriously messed up shit are like, well, I feel persecuted for my beliefs, and one time I was out in public and a big group of lesbians and trans people took my gun and threw it in a river and told me to be nice, and that made me sad. And like, first of all, that should never fucking happen. And second, like, don't get mad when you're a shithead and people call you a shithead.
It's more like
It's like there's an accepted societal definition of shithead, and when you are one, you're gonna get called a shithead occasionally.
it's more like I was out and I saw two lesbians
Right.
or trans person and their existence upset me.
They're very
I saw-
resistant.
I was outside and I saw a woman, and she explicitly had a look about her that I interpreted to be, I want nothing to do with this man's penis. And that upset me greatly.
It is a look I receive on a daily basis. And I
And
will
yet-
not
I
have
know that my personality is repugnant, as is my odor.
And yet their insistence on being persecuted means that they seek the same safe space that they persecute others for. It's
right.
as if the real beta cuck was in here all along.
Yes.
Oh, the real beta cook. My favorite comment was somebody wrote, "Oh man, they made a green book for white supremacists." I was like, oh, well, you sir are getting a like today. Kabloop. That's how I use my tablet. I leave it on the floor for dramatic flourishes of my likes. Hello, angry face. It just tickled me. It tickled me so much. I love because the snowflake culture is still real. There's a guy at the bar I used to go to who always had a different snowflake shirt. Like, don't be a snowflake. Sorry, my opinion offends you. It's called the First Amendment. Snowflake. And I was always like, man, you get mad when people call you. His name's Chad, and he used to get real mad if people called him Chaddleson.
Charleston.
Yeah, Chaddleson. Like that was his, like as if that were his Christian name, and he goes by Chad. Like he would be like, I'm gonna fucking fuck somebody up, and one more person calls me Chaddleson. And I'm like, yeah, you're pretty offended.
Yeah,
Safe space.
You're pretty sensitive there, bud.
I am offended, and so we should stop that. So someone said something offensive to you, and then they should then stop being offensive, even though they don't mean no harm. Interesting.
It's not even that like they don't mean no harm or whatever, because A, I generally think they do, and do mean harm, and B, like the thing I hate about like edgelord comedy is that the shit you're saying is just lazy and lame and not even that funny.
That's what I hate.
If something is really funny and it's wrong, I'll still fucking laugh at it because it's funny.
Is it funnier than it is mean? That's the question
Yes.
you have to ask yourself.
That's the
Is the observation clever and witty and funny
Yeah.
more so than it does societal damage?
Yes.
It was just like, boy, gay people are weird, huh, guys? Waka waka. Like that's not being edgy. You're just being an asshole
Yeah,
for
yeah.
no reason, and it's not funny.
Yeah, you're just a big fart. Big fart.
And like what kills me is that like, yeah, all the comedy in the '90s was like, boy, can you even imagine lesbians? Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and everybody had there was thousands of road comics doing the gay voice. Yeah.
It's like they always say, good humor is all about finishing each other's sandwiches.
I was just gonna say that.
Because you get it, man.
Because love is an open door. But yeah, I was I just could not believe it.
Now you have to work a little bit harder.
No. You got Dr. Garbled there, Dino. I got none of it. I got none of that one.
No idea.
You had Wob Dob Supreme.
I was frozen.
And now he's frozen and he kind of looks upset.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. Well, it's getting near the end here, so we don't actually run over because it's 10:02 by the time we finally get started. Let's do hey, what you drinking? Coupled with let's check it out. What are we gonna check out this week? So, Dino, are you back? Are you on yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. You were frozen and garbled. What are you drinking? And what should we check out this week?
I am drinking just cheap whiskey mixed with Pepsi. It's great. And you should check out. Come back to me and check it out because I forgot to think of something. So I'll have to think of something between now and the end of the show.
Okay, we'll come. We'll just go 2 rounds. So you're drinking Pepsi and whiskey, a delightful mix. The wedding drink.
Canadian Club and whiskey like a good Midwesterner.
Yes. And so we'll move on. Megs, what you drinking, girl?
I'm drinking a local Petaluma product. I will do a little show and tell. It is a Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon.
No,
I
it's
thought
white
that was.
wine.
I thought that was.
White wine. I'm drinking it out of a plastic cup.
Yeah, you
And
crazy.
it comes from Barber Cellars
Barber
in
Cellars.
Alexander Valley.
Is that run by Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
I thought it was run by Peter
I wish.
Sellers. Peter Sellers' daughter.
Okay.
It says on the back, it is hand-picked, hand-sorted, and hand-fermented.
Hand fermented.
Yeah, so somebody just covers their hand in yeast and sticks it in the back, and they just sit there.
Yeah, I was like, hand fermented.
So yeah, that's what I'm drinking. And for my check it out. See, this is a lot of pressure, Nate. You have to give us a little more warning.
No.
Some of us get
No.
flustered about the check it out.
No, every week we do this show, and every week all you have to remember is I need to watch a movie. It's not that hard.
Oh, wait. Okay. Did you guys talk about Captain Marvel yet?
We did not talk about Captain Marvel.
Oh, I'm going to talk about Captain Marvel.
Oh, shit.
Here we go.
Here's my thing. I think Captain Marvel is a good movie.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, in the pre-prod, you're like, we have thoughts. And usually no one's like, and those thoughts are where I loved it.
Well, I really enjoyed it. And, I mean, I would give it a solid, 7 out of 10 stars.
A C.
Maybe a B-.
All right.
But I really feel like they did a good job of providing, a solid, basic superhero movie with a strong female lead a la Wonder Woman without all of the love interest bullshit.
Yes. Now, is it a lighter movie?
Yeah, it's totally stupid. I mean, it's not your Black Panther where you're thinking about it after you've watched it.
Well,
But-
maybe how awesome it is. That's what you're thinking.
I just think that I was talking about this with the person that I watched it with afterwards. I think that seeing those movies, Wonder Woman first, and then Captain Marvel, is my first real like aha moment of like, yes, representation does in fact matter. Seeing a woman kicking ass without, like in this movie, I mean, Wonder Woman is also super great, but there's that whole like, actually it's the guy who saves everybody. And that's not the case with this movie, and I think it's meaningful. So for your feminist edification, I recommend that you see Captain Marvel.
Okay, Captain
It's
Marvel.
entertaining. It's entertaining.
All right. So you're drinking some Paul Mason, and we should see Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
All right. And Giblet, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking, as always, Pepsi, aka Water 2.0.
Yes.
Pepsi, better than water in every way, including as hydrating. If I could, I would replace my blood with it. Pepsi.
You're trying real hard to get them to follow you.
I feel like that was a haiku. Can we count syllables on that?
You should try to get them to follow you on Twitter, dude. Profess your love like I did for Speedway.
May I continue?
I thought this was my segment. Yeah. All right. So you're drinking Pepsi.
So, my recommendation for y'all on Xbox One, Stellaris. It came. It's been on PC for about a year or two. It just came out on Xbox One. It is a grand strategy game in space where you choose a race and you evolve them to space travel, hyperspace, research technologies, meet alien species, explore anomalies. It's a massive, massive game. If you want something deep, want something that pick your brain, I highly recommend it. And I don't at all recommend Captain Marvel, which I saw and I felt was garbage.
Wow. And Gibbs, anti-woman. Got it.
Hey, I totally get the women's stuff, and like as a piece of feminine empowerment, it is highly effective. Incredible as Captain Marvel. She's even worth watching the movie. Just even if I don't like it, I think seeing just her perform in it is worth actually watching the film. But other than that, it's garbage. And
does it have a bitchin' soundtrack? Good soundtrack?
The soundtrack checks all the boxes, for a 90s nostalgia grab.
Nice.
I'm sure you could probably come up with most of it on your own.
I probably listen to it on a daily basis.
That's what I thought. I was like, well, there was one moment where there's like a big ass kicking scene, and the song, no spoilers, but the song is Just a Girl, and I was like, two on the nose. Let's pull two on the nose.
Did they take the time and effort and put the money into buying Cannonball by the Breeders?
Oh, I wish they would have. That would have been so much better. Again, this is a semi-spoiler, but the final, like the credits song is Whole. So that was good.
Nice.
I was like, damn, that's correct.
Which whole song?
It's whatchamacallit? What's the name of that song?
Oh, jeez.
The one that sounds like the McFoley theme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, make me
Celebrity
over.
Theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
I was
what
gonna say they
wanna
only
be.
have like 5 songs and 4 of them don't work
Yeah.
in that context. So
Wasn't it?
No, it was
You
Celebrity
real.
Theme. Yeah.
Those are some good Ricos. Now, Dino, do you have a recommendation now?
yeah, I do. I'm gonna recommend a music album.
Ooh.
Nice.
So
Good
if you're
pick.
familiar with Bob Mould, he's the dude who did Husker Du and Sugar in the 80s and 90s, and he just put out an album called Sunshine Rock, and it fucking rules. So check out Sunshine Rock by Bob Mould.
Nice. Sunshine.
We don't do enough music recommendations on this show.
We don't, because we all listen to the same things.
Pretty much.
I listen to Cardi B all the time.
Well, why wouldn't you?
That's what I've heard.
Why wouldn't you? For me personally, I was drinking two things tonight. I had a little bit of Diet caffeine-free Coke left.
And then a tall glass of straight vodka.
Yes, I call it the substitute teacher.
The Mr. Pugh.
The Mr. Pugh. That image is just hilarious.
Right.
Just down it. He's just chugging it. But now I'm finishing off this last bit of Diet Cherry 7-Up that was left. So
I do love Diet Cherry 7.
it is. It actually, I think it tastes way more cherry than Stinko Cherry Coke.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Cherry Coke or Wild Cherry Pepsi.
Have you guys tried that orange vanilla Coke?
Yeah, dude, it's not good.
Is it
See,
gross?
That's the thing. Is I gave it to a kid and they thought it was awesome, and I was like, I'm going to hate it. He was like, "Oh, this is great," and I was like, "Glad I didn't get it. Glad I didn't get it." However, my Sprite lemonade lime that I had, where it's the lemonade soda with lemon lime soda mixed together, that is delicious from the good people at Sprite.
Now, I had key lime flavored Sprite when I was in Florida, and it's different.
Now, was that at Club Cool?
Yeah, it's not great.
I love when people say different in that way.
Yeah. Yeah, there's an extra layer of sass on that.
Yeah, no, and then I had before I had just the key lime Sprite, they had a key lime ice cream in Sprite float at Disney World, and it was not. It was a lot.
I love lime.
I would not get it again. Glad I got it because it was very pretty, but it was a lot.
A lot of lime. You gotta love the lime.
Happen with the Disney food. They'll pile up on. That's how they get
I gotta say, I'm a lime fan. I think I have Lyme disease. That's how much I love lime. Then I found out it actually was a real disease, and I should stop saying that to people. And I was like, oops. For me, like I said, that's what I was drinking, and for what I'm eating, or not eating, I was just watching somebody eat something. I was for what I recommend is if you guys haven't, I always, like I tell you, I watch a lot of videos in my rabbit hole on Facebook, and one of the things I like to check out the most is Seth Meyers' Closer Look segment that he does before they do the show, and it's a little 3-minute bit, and it is so good. And you don't have to commit. You don't have to commit to watching the whole show, staying up for it, or DVRing anything. He puts them out like 4 days a week, and it gives a nice political insight. It's basically giving him his own weekend update desk. And if you really, with everything that's been going on, he does a great job because it's not. It's it kind of gives you like what's going on with all the Trump issues and everything, but it's presented in such a easy to swallow format that even if you don't follow the news, you're actually getting informed. But there's also jokes in it. And
That's the best way.
So and then like he did a really great thing where he showed this guy, like he made it sound like one of Trump's critics sounded like one of Biff Tannen's lackeys. And
Were you looking at Butthead?
Yeah, because a guy called Paul Manafort a sleazoid. And he was like, sounds like you should be hanging out with Biff's girl. And he's like, you should be wearing the 3D glasses. Showed him like superimposed, like holding a skateboard behind his head, wearing the 3D glasses, and it was chuckalicious. It made me laugh. But if you're looking for a show or a movie or anything like that, I haven't been watching anything. I have been. My life has been Facebook videos and reading Fact Republic, and when I get the time, playing Xbox. Oh, and watching my kids play Xbox and watching TikTok videos. You haven't lived until you saw a TikTok video in HD on a 42-inch screen as opposed to your phone.
What is that? What is a TikTok?
I don't.
What?
It's like if karaoke was Vine.
No, yeah, it's it used to be called Musical.ly, and it's mostly like 17-year-old girls lip syncing to sitcoms and dancing to songs, and then there's teenage boys dancing to songs and lip syncing to songs, and then occasionally there's Vine type humor, which I like the Vine humor stuff. There's this yes, Lamar James. There's this like chubby redheaded kid who does this bit where it's like he's like playing on his Xbox and he goes, "Oh yeah, headshot," and then he's him in a blonde wig standing in his doorway and he's like, "Stop screaming!" Like it's supposed to be his mom yelling at him, and just it's so fucking lame and dumb that it makes me laugh every goddamn time that video comes up. And so then my youngest son, who's the TikTok aficionado, is always like, "Oh, my dad likes these. Let's watch 20 more." And then it's just, and then it's all trigger sounds, which for those of you who are not in the know, that's where they amplify a sound using like Spotify to where it's like real grating and irritating, and that's fun for them now. That's a thing. Kids,
I don't understand kids.
like they
Sure, and I have two of them.
yeah, like they'll just be like it'll be like a regular song. It'll be just like like any song. Like if you were just like, "How am I supposed to live without you?" And then it's just like, "After all the love is gone." It's like real loud. and then they all laugh, and I'm like, well, that's just kind of irritating. They're like, "Oh, you got triggered by the triggered sound." I'm like, isn't that bad? Like if I got an MP3 like that, I'd be like, "Oh, this is corrupted. Time to delete this. Get rid of it." But kids are kids, right? My parents were like, "Weird Al." Whatever. But that's gonna do it for this week. On behalf of Dino, Maggie, Eddie, and myself, have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Technical difficulties.
Are you sure you want to end the stream?